Hello everyone, I am the Vibe Kage coming to you with a new what if. What if Naruto had Shendu's powers? I'll explain the bottom right foxes, um, since Naruto in this timeline is not the nine-tailed fox, but yeah, he's not the Jinchuriki, since Obito failed to extract Kushina, not extract Kushina, but extract the nine-tails from Kushina, and Minato also, not um, letting him escape. In fact, Obito in this one had to be saved by Zetsu, who sprouted from the ground. You know, he released a few of his clones, and through that he was able to take Obito and leave the fatal Nine Tails attack. So, his parents are alive. Now, this means Naruto in this timeline is not hated, but also one thing that I want to let be known is in this timeline, Naruto does not have that same connection with Iruka Sensei since, hey, Minato and Kushina are alive. And, well, because, of course, there's always got to be the extra person to train, there's one person who was in charge with Naruto babysitting and training wise, and this person was Anko. Now, you might ask why Anko? Well, in this timeline, Anko was not Orochimaru's, you know, student. Rather, Anko kind of ended up gravitating towards Kushina. They're not too different in age, but Kushina, very strong person. She admires that. So yeah, Anko is like big sis to Naruto. So yeah, big sis Anko for Naruto. Now, that being said, they take the liberty of, having him do the fox summoning contract, which, here's the thing, he first gets a brown fox, he names it Evo. It was a boy. Which, Evo could talk, which Anko was surprised since they only thought the Ninetales could talk, which, yeah, the Ninetales is aware that there are, other talking foxes, but the fact that no one's been able to summon one in such a long time, hey, didn't really matter. Evo tells Naruto that the fact that he could summon him, cool. It's been like roughly what, 1,000 years or so before someone has been able to summon one of us talking. Huh. What? I'm gonna bring my siblings. What? As he poofs, then there are 8 more poofs, all Evos, like Evo and his siblings, which we'll get into naming later. But Naruto now has 8 pet foxes who, he can actually tell the difference between all of them, which no one else could, which is very beneficial. One thing that each of them had is a unique nature chakra that they specified in. I mean, 2 in particular technically are Gekkei Genkai foxes, but that's not why we're gonna. That's not what's important right now. What's important right now is, in this timeline, the Uchiha Massacre does not happen, since, Danzo don't get away with his root agency. Yeah, that shit was disbanded when Minato, took over. Everything was made sure. So, here's the thing. Danzo and Orochimaru both dipped in the Leaf Village. However, Orochimaru joined with the Akatsuki like normal, and Danzo just had his own thing. Danzo became his own sound Kage, like the sound Kage, which, yeah, small villages, but it's pretty much run like a dictatorship. Very similar to the Rain, but slightly different. NF hate myself, which kinda true, kinda not true. But let's go to this song. No, not from the song. Back to the what if. As Sasuke in this timeline means he was trained by Itachi, so there's no emo Sasuke's kind of like has to deal with, the fangirls, and then there's also Naruto who deals with fangirls. So the two are on even, they're actually just rivals. So their relationship is similar to a Bakugo Midoriya, post the licensing exams. Like when they're like, okay, now we official like rivals. So like they got the Goku Vegeta vibe going on right now. Like after Cell, not Cell, after Boo, when Vegeta's already like accepted that, okay, he's gifted and like far ahead of me, but I will train and go beyond my own limits. And then Super, how close they were with buddy buddy bullshit, but Vegeta was kind of like, we're not friends. But Goku's just like, yeah, we're totally best friends. To quote Team 4-Star, best buddies. Yeah, back to the What If, as, like I'm saying. That being said, Naruto and Sasuke were tied for Rookie of the Year. Konoichi of the Year was tied with two people. These two people are, actually the ones who... It's kind of weird. They're the ones that Sasuke likes. Like, if he would have to pick, like, these would be the top two. And that would be Hinata Hyuga and then Sakura Haruno. Sakura, she's one of those, like, civilian people who's proven herself, and Hinata's also a clan heiress, which, hey, he likes. Hey, call me sometime. Shit like that. Plus, he kind of thinks it'd be cool to fuse the dojutsus. And, well, yeah. He was the one who would save Hinata from the bullies, rather than that. And Naruto in this timeline, I mean... it sounds fucked up. But when his family asked him why is he not, like, brought a girl home, he's pretty much saying, oh, I'm staying single and, like, in case dad needs to sell me off for a peace treaty. They're like, wait, what? In case we're on the verge of war. Wait, what? For the village. I think that's pretty, a pretty good chip in pocket, no? Okay, why should we prevent war? We offer you the son of the Hokage and his seed. What can he do? He has a fox summoning. Oh, that's pretty cool. What can the foxes do? There are a lot of things. We'll get to that later. Now, that being said, they were kind of shocked at how Naruto was just kind of nonchalant about this. He understood that, hey, for the benefit of his clan, not for the clan, but for the benefit of the people, he would. He knows the Uzumaki clan was destroyed, so not much he could do about that. But hey, his mom will promise to teach him about seals later, and Minato still will teach him the Flying Raijin and Rasengan, so he's not in any rush. I mean, they did realize massive amounts of chakra, so shadow clones are very useful for Naruto, which he does do for studying, which they're like, okay, efficiency. Which, yeah, he does shadow clones for chores, and then shadow clones for study, and then the real Naruto just does, playtime with his foxes, which is also training, but not training to him. That being said, when Team 7 gets their first escort mission, their first C-rank mission, it's not with Tazuna. Rather, it is this old man named Shendu who's going back to the rice country. And by Anave. Yeah, it's a good song. It's a vibe. Now, my bad. I do like this song. My bad. Like I was saying, Shendu in this timeline is a old man who he has 11 talismans with him right now. He don't know what that means. I'm off today, so I don't have to worry about that shit. Anyway, here's where things become interesting. You see, Naruto, Sasuke, Sakura, and Kakashi, yes, they'll still be Team 7. Now, why is Sakura in there instead of Hinata? Well, coin toss, Sakura. And also, fuck it, why not? Plus, it also, Sasuke is thinking, Maybe this is a sign. But then, Hinata would still flirt with him and wink at him, and then he's just like, oh, this is also really good. Naruto would say, what do you mean this is really good? You know, like, rather than fall for the girl on my team, I fall for the girl on another man's team? Yeah, that sounds perfect. Naruto just like, dude, you've read those Ichi Ichi novels too many times. You gotta stop reading your brother's books. And all Sasuke's just like, hey, if Itachi can read them, so can I. Naruto's just like, oh, man. That's just so weird. Naruto, he don't judge, but he's just like... Sasuke looks at him saying, so are you still planning on being the man-whore bait? Naruto's just like, I mean, when you phrase it like that, it sounds bad. Okay, peace treaty, dick. You really gotta stop reading those books, Sasuke. As Naruto's just shaking his head. Sasuke's just like, what? As, the two chuckle. They have their fun rivalry brotherly moments. Which, yeah. Here's where, also for the sake of simplicity, to also build the fact that Sasuke and Naruto are becoming closer, Fukaku got promoted to be one of Minato's advisors, and was actually shown, the jutsu formula for the flying Hiraishin, and he's saying, okay, I'm trusting you, and, like, Itachi and Sasuke to learn this. I have my 3 men who, when they combine, they can do it. My son's gonna learn this. Jiraiya couldn't learn this, but I believe, either you, Itachi, definitely Sasuke. I see a fuck ton of potential in this boy. Could learn the jutsu. That being said, here you go. It'd be a copy of the scroll. Because, hey, friendship. Also, no Uchiha Massacre. I don't want that. Because I have something else planned. Something very, very fun. Because, you see, during this escort mission, it is just ranked a C-rank mission. Shendu, however, knows that there are people who want these talismans, and, he's on his last legs. He wished he had started making the talismans in a different order. He didn't realize, the said order of talismans would be so taxing and draining on his soul, since not only did it require for him to sacrifice several lives of shinobi, but fragments of his soul, kind of like an Horcrux from Harry Potter if you want to, but not really like an Horcrux, rather just in order to complete the actual seal and for the power to be used. Now, the one that he needs is immortality, the dog talisman that never got to formate in this one, mostly because, yeah, he started off with the powerful ones, like the dragon. He started off with the ox, the rooster, the rabbit, the ones that are mostly super powered ones. And then he started to get into those like, okay. I want to be invisible. Let's see. I want. Ooh, give me laser visions. I'll make that one a pig because that one's kind of funny. That makes absolutely no sense. Don't you mock me. What else? Astral projection. I'll make that one a sheep. Sir, you're not making sense here. Horse. Why a horse? Healthy as a horse. Sir, I'm confused, sir. Are you making puns? I am Shendu, the powerful ninja. This is Evil Inside by Dirty Phonics and Boss Fight. Which, yes. Which, this should be lit sometimes. But, that being said, okay. One thing that I want to explain here is, out of his 11, if he would have started with the dog one, he pretty much knows, hey, I'm immortal, so it doesn't matter how much of my lifespan I put into these. As long as I have this dog talisman, I should be fine. Well, from there he would have done a seal, which would have combined all the talismans and put their power inside of him, giving him a unique dragon-like body, which never really got to happen, which, He feels like a lost cause. So, he's just gonna go back to his homeland, die and bury with his treasure, wait for someday to someone come and get them, and then see what kind of, just from hell, because he knows where his destination is. See from hell how long until someone uses them. But he doesn't want to use them now while he's still alive because um, it's just too much of a hassle for him. So, yeah, that being said, they are attacked by three different villages, that being the Stone, the Cloud, and the Sound. Danzo, of course, wanting the talismans. The Tsuchikage and the Raikage, however, want revenge because their troops were sacrificed to this. The Mist, because of their civil war, it kind of just, yeah, they kind of unintentionally didn't realize that, oh shit, someone's kidnapping our people to sacrifice them. However, the Stone and the Cloud did know, so Mist still recovering, so they couldn't get revenge, but mostly because they didn't really know who was Shendu. And, well, long story short, it ends with, Kakashi having to pump chakra and a hydration seal to alert Minato, hey, back up, 80, like, ASAP. I was about to say 86, and I'm like, no, wrong, ASAP. Now, back to the what if. Yeah, no, things are horrible. Naruto would launch as many shadow clones as he could, trying to launch as many fireballs. He's already done all of his summonings. Each Eevee is launching, their certain specialty. You have some doing water gun, some using fireball. The fireball Eevee is just like right next to Sasuke, and Sasuke is just like, damn. And then he uses Ember and Flamethrower and Fire Blast, Fire Wheel, and Sasuke's just like, what the fuck? The other water Eevees spewing, bubbles, water pistols, so many things. Sorry. I'm trying to stretch. Oh, fuck. Now, that being said, there was another one launching off a lot of lightning things and launching thunderbolts from its mouth, charging up its body and then discharging its electrical current outward, similar to what would be the lightning shower jutsu, which Sasuke's just like, whoa. His eyes seeing this being in life-death scenario, the one totem Sharingan would awaken. So he's seeing them, but he can recognize the jutsu, but he's just like, I don't have the right chakra for this. Well, he doesn't know he does, but hey. He's trying to look at the fire ones, but he's just like, okay, that requires a lot more chakra than I have. Not fair. Now, Minato shows up with 3 people helping him. This would be Itachi, Fukaku, and Jiraiya. An all-out brawl is just out here. And, well, here's the thing. Shendu kind of, books it, which Minato and everyone see him leaving, and they're like, damn it, so it is his fault. He's clutching a box, and Naruto's just like, I got this, Dad. So, he has 2 Shadow Clones send him forward with a double Gale Palm, similar to how Boruto got the Boruto Stream one, but he doesn't say Naruto Stream, just a double Gale Palm boost. So he goes forward. So, yes, he does manage to land near the Shendu man, who was about to be crushed by a stone boulder thrown by a stone shinobi. Now, that being said, Naruto would look at the man and say, yo, what's up with this? As Naruto's just like, come on, we gotta go. So he grabs onto the man, pulls out a 3-pronged kunai, and chucks it. He's saying, I hope this works, as, Naruto focuses his chakra throughout his body and then covers the old man with a thin layer of it too, as then he feels himself being pulled towards the kunai that he just chucked, crossing several feet of distance. It landed in the forest, so yeah, Naruto lands in a tree. Shendu is just like, what the? As Naruto's just like, oh shit, as he falls, he's stumbling, saying, oh, as he pukes. He was not used to motion sickness. The motion sickness, my bad. That being said, Shendu being in awe at the power that Naruto's displaying, he's just like, hey, brat, look, I'm sorry that they're after me. He pulls out the talismans as he tells Naruto, come with me. Now, Shendu's just like, normally I wouldn't want my power, my life work to just go to some brat. But you're saving me despite, being attacked. Why? Well, our mission was to take you home. Right. Whoa. He tosses one of the talismans to Naruto as he tells him, pump some chakra through that. Naruto would, as then he feels something from his eyes as then laser beams shoot out, blasting through a tree, which also kind of unintentionally, alerted people to their direction, which, Shindu's just like, ah, shit. Probably should have given you the snake one instead. As Naruto's just like, whoa. As, he had already stopped pumping chakra through the talisman, because the moment he pumped chakra through it, he then felt something surge and pulsate right through him. In return, more chakra than he, originally outputted. But then it shot out of his eyes, as that was the only seeming way for it to be released. Shendu saying these talismans required sacrifice of so many shinobi lives. Now, their powers, it has nothing to do with them. There is no way for any of them to come back from the dead. No way for any of them to know peace. Their souls converted into pure energy. That energy is now sealed within these talismans. I wanted to use these talismans to take over the world. Because of what I lost. He then goes into a sloppy backstory that I don't want to really get into. His whole family and wife being killed and raped by shinobi. And he's just like, I will spend the rest of my life to dedicate to wipe out this. As, Naruto feels sad for the man. And Shindu's just like, I knew you would. So, I saw those foxes you summoned. And the amount of clones you possess. Your chakra amount is large. And as I figured, you would have been a perfect sacrifice. Naruto looks at him hesitantly like, you're not, so, you're pretty much gonna kill me. No. I don't have enough of my life energy to convert into a talisman. However, I can still convert the seal. The seal that would have been to fuse all powers into one. One more time. With the remaining of my life, I shall give you what would have been the talisman's power. What do you mean? Shinobi are going to be approaching soon. From all sides. Okay. Naruto Uzumaki. I'm going to use their chakra. As, soon what he does is he pulls out the rat one, pulls out a scroll, pumps a little bit of chakra into the scroll as several little marionette ones appear. As then he places the rat talisman in the middle of the marionettes, pumps chakra into them, and then the marionettes activate. As Shendu then says they're going to work like voodoo dolls. Pretty much once they latch onto someone, they're going to, once not Naruto, but Shendu initiates the process, he will reverse the jutsu of the rat, which gives life to the lifeless, but only works on inanimate objects, so be careful. Naruto's just like, what? It's like the puppet master jutsu. Wait, what? Why are you telling me this? I thought you were going to kill me. No. I don't know why, but just the feeling, I guess, that you could make good use of this power. I don't know if you're gonna be good or evil with it, but the power will be yours, Naruto. Do with it what you want. I don't really care. I just have this gut feeling that I just need to give you this power. That being said, Shendu would proceed to do the sealing jutsu, which he arranges 12 talismans in a unique pattern around Naruto. Naruto was kind of confused, but Shendu pretty much told him with this power, he could definitely save his friends out there. So, yeah, Naruto is just like, bet. Not knowing that Fukaku and Itachi had awakened their Susanos and started to decimate everyone else. Minato throwing the three-pronged kunais, flying Raijin everywhere. Kakashi using his Raikiri and just constantly just fucking up people. How with it? Sakura and Sasuke have managed to take down a few people themselves. Granted, not killing, but knocking out. They're like, okay, you don't have to kill, and fuck it, whoever you guys knock out, we'll take as prisoners, for future exchange and interrogation. They're like, yay, we're helping. Now, that being said, a giant pillar of energy is shot out. All the clones of Naruto, all the foxes look up, then disappear as well. As they're like, wait, what? Everyone would soon realize, oh shit, Naruto, as barely, just barely, because Mom and Pa made shadow clones and were on Minato and Jiraiya's shoulders, they gave them sage mode. Now, here's the thing. The fact that Mom and Pa are doing the shadow clones rather than Jiraiya and Minato are only because they have not perfected it, and it just proved to be more efficient to have Ma and Pa make shadow clones to gather the sage energy rather than them making shadow clones to gain the sage energy. And in case you're wondering why, Naruto. Because Naruto straight up says, just use a shadow clone. I mean, it's not a... They would then think. And then look at Naruto's. They're like, I feel dumb. Even Minato, who doesn't have as much paperwork as most Hokages do, because shadow clones, they solve everything. Your wife not satisfied with just you, shadow clones and run a train on that bitch. Loki, how Boruto and Himawari were born. That being said, here's where things are getting interesting. The Pillar of Light would, be engulfing Naruto as he feels the, remaining 11 talismans, the animals that were on them glow as the chakra that would signify the color shoot into Naruto. As Shendu, he feels that the rat has gained enough chakra, so he harnesses the power of the rats from the dolls, focusing into the dog talisman, because then he puts his chakra through the dog talisman as well, and then focuses it into Naruto, as then the dog kanji appears lightly on the talisman, and then disappears as the other talismans lose their animal kanjis. Naruto feels a sudden surge of power, as in eruption, the light fades. Naruto enters this weird chakra energy mode, just white chakra, the combination of the color spectrum, so don't worry. That being said, Naruto's just like, I got this. As summoning jutsu. He summons just 3 of them. That being his fire, water, and thunder clone. Not clone, fox. Now these we'll name right away since he summoned them right away. Fire one, of course, will be named Ace after Fire Fist no Ace from One Piece because, yes. The water one is actually named Giyu from Demon Slayer because he's the water pillar. I bet y'all thought Tanjiro. Nah. The lightning one is named Zappy because, yeah, Naruto didn't really think of anything clever. So Zappy, which, they were glowing white when they were summoning, and then they shifted. They're like, no way, Naruto, your chakra, it forced it, not forced it, it triggered it. Naruto's just like, what? We just have another step up from this. Naruto's confused as, what do you mean another step up? They're like, we'll explain later. As, a few sound shinobi appear. Think of them as Danzo's root agents. Like I said, Danzo's the sound Kage in that one. I will... Now. Anyway, that being said, they all, and I do mean they all, pull back a deep breath as Naruto launches a giant dragon flame bomb. Same with Ace. We have Giyu who launches a giant hydro pump. And then Zappy launches, which this was kind of unique. But when he spat out his thunder, like spitting lightning, it came out in a unique electrical serpent way. So yeah. He called it Okay. The name of the jutsu will be called Thunder Basilisk. I just wanted to come from the mouth because Harry Potter reference with the snake coming out of the mouth. So, yeah, Thunder Basilisk. We have a giant water pressurized fuck off blast. The Dragon Flame Bomb Jutsu. And Naruto also with a Dragon Flame Bomb Jutsu. The jutsus collide, causing a huge explosion, wiping out the sound ninjas. Naruto's, eating chakra cloak kind of fades. He falls to a knee. His 3 summonings look at him, as then they're like, well, summon... Hey Naruto, do you think you can pull that energy off again? I mean, yeah, but it's kind of draining. Okay, we need you to summon our sister. Your sister? Which one? They're like, you know which one. No, I don't. Yeah, you do. I'm back. My brother just wanted to talk about something. That being said, hey, not a bad song. Hate That About You by Rival featuring Maya Marie. Motherfucking banger. Nane? Back to what if, as, yeah, Naruto had, he's about to summon the one that will become Espeon. He's just like, so you mean summon Lucy? Yeah. He focuses the white aura around his hand since it's daytime. He summons Lucy. Lucy is a very clingy girl to Naruto. Nane? Depending on what it is. Part 6. I'll be honest, I've actually not seen any of that one. What if he had Black Whip? Not Black Whip, hockey. I am back. Forgot I had a load of laundry in the washer, so I had to put that in the dryer and then put up my next load of laundry. Because day off means I have to do laundry, but also record what ifs. But what ifs I record when I work too. So when do I actually have time for me? Never, because I'm never actually myself. That being said, this banger is called The Scars That I'm Hiding, which, maybe too on the nose. But it is also featuring Andres Frieden from In Flames, which, yeah, fucking banger. Now, where was I going with this? Yes, you see Shendu transfers the power of the talismans, and then the 12th, my bad, the dog one into Naruto, giving him a unique power, and, well, yeah, he summons the fourth fox, Lucy. Lucy glows with the white aura, as well as she too changes as she becomes the Espeon, and, she looks at Naruto, she jumps in Naruto's arms, nuzzling, as she's saying, Naruto-chan, I need you, as, you know, she's, like, really attached to Naruto, very clingy, and Naruto's just like, oh, Lucy, you look interesting, as, Lucy looks at herself, I evolved, yay, Lucy jumps up, as Zappy, Giyu, and Ace are just like, we evolved too, so, what did you gain? The psychic ones, right? She nods as her eyes glow blue, as she tells Naruto, best course of action, just tell your dad about the mission, especially because, ninjas go boom, and they're going to want to know what happened to us, so, time skip, it's been a week, they returned back to the Hidden Leaf Village. Naruto had filled out the remaining report information needed, and, well, everyone was kind of shooketh. Well, here's the thing. Because of Naruto's unique, to say the very least, gift, Sasuke felt kind of left out. That being said, this, motivated both Fukaku and Itachi to train Sasuke as much as possible, teaching them as much jutsu as, they can. Now, one thing very, very critical and crucial here is within just a unique span of just a few weeks, Sasuke's one totem had matured into the 3 totem. Sasuke had gained a few more inches of height, had actually looked like he had bulked up and aged rather quite significantly. Maybe a few months. Strange. Fukaku and Itachi, they don't say anything, but they nod to Sasuke. Sasuke is aware that special jutsu... I got it. As, in a sense, they create their own hyperbolic time chamber by putting seals in a room, and then time just moves differently and distorted. They have to put seals on the outside and in the inside. Can only be removed by on the exact same time, which is difficult. So yeah. That being said, hyperbolic time chamber room aside, Naruto, him and Sasuke, things become not strained, but complicated. You see, Sasuke feels that Naruto was given a power just because he was there, and not that he feels like he was entitled to it, but he's just confused on why it was Naruto and not him. Naruto, his fox summonings are evolving, and he thought that was cool. He doesn't have anything like that, which, Another member who saw this, and he's just like, I got it. I got you, if you want a summoning. Itachi, do you got a summoning for him too? Yeah? Dad, you got a summoning for him too? Indeed I do. Sasuke's just like, wait, does that mean, yep, you'll have 3. Awesome! Sasuke would yell. Not yell, but cheer. Now, that being said, Kakashi would hand him a unique scroll, and this is a wolf. Yeah, a ninja wolf summoning contract, which Kakashi mostly uses his ninja hounds, but hey, his dad was the White Fang, so it's pretty much like he preferred hounds over wolves, but no one's been able to use one of the Grey Wolves summonings since his father. That being said, Sasuke would be the new Grey Wolf holder from Itachi. Rather than a crow or bird, nah. Nah. Surprising Sasuke, Itachi actually handed him a... Oh, this song is sad. Superheroes by Flowbots. Where was I with this? Oh yeah, Sasuke from Itachi, he was actually given a condor. Did I say not bird? My bad. No, small bird anyway. But no, he was given a giant condor. And the condor, Sasuke was happy. And then lastly by his father Fukaku, which this one Sasuke didn't understand necessarily why, but he signed it anyway. See, his father, he was... It's a rhino summoning contract, which Sasuke is greatly confused on why his dad had a rhino summoning contract until his dad shows him something unique. And that is the rhino chakra blade that he can make with his hands, which, the distinct between the rhino chakra blade and wind style enhanced blades is that the rhino chakra blade mimics a thin steel that's just sharpened very thinly. So yeah, almost nothing it can't cut, because as he fights something, his chakra would start to recognize and soon evolve to cut through its substance. So yeah, hence the power of the rhino chakra blades. Blades that evolve to cut, which Sasuke he likey a lot. That being said, our actual Mist Village mission goes a little bit different when Naruto meets Tazuna. Naruto's eyes glow blue, and he's just saying, "Oh, shit, not again." They're like, "What do you mean, not again, Naruto?" He's just saying, "We're gonna be attacked." I mean, it's expected from an escort mission. Just saying, "No, but by the Demon Brothers and Zabuza. Gato's involved too." Minato looks at his son saying, "Naruto, what are you talking about?" As Betsky. Naruto looks at his dad as he's saying, "Okay, so we're gonna have to do this, mission as a favor." "What do you mean, Minato?" Minato looks at his son like, "What do you mean?" As Naruto's just like, they currently have a crime boss who has their village hold up, so they can't pay for the actual, backup needed. "What do you mean? They're gonna be joning after us." Minato's just like, "Okay then, how about then, just send Itachi with this." Not Itachi, but Sasuke's just like, Minato would be like, "Itachi? Is there a certain reason why?" It's just like, I feel like 2 full-blooded Uchihas is more than enough of a backup, especially with Sasuke, growing as much as he is. Sasuke admires the compliment. He's just like, "Yes, damn right, you see me growing." And then Sasuke's just like, "Wait, where did that come from? Naruto's my friend." He shakes it off as just like, we're rivals, that's why." And yes. Hold up. I'm back. I had to change the song. It was just not working. I mean, I do. You know what? I like this song too. "If I Had You" by Adam Lambert should just be a vibe. Also, it is what it is. Boots on, get the right amount of leather, and I'm doing me up with the back, got a line. I'm working my strut. Damn, I know this song too well. It's a good song. It reminds me of a friend of mine who I had back in high school. But then he OD'd because he committed suicide. Yeah, sad shit. He got bullied a lot for being gay. Hey, sad shit. I miss you, Jerry. Anyway, sad shit aside, what if is Naruto had the Shendu power continuing on? Because, you see, Naruto's pretty much saying, okay, let's take Itachi with us. Sasuke and Itachi work really good. Naruto's just like, that way he could stay in the back, Sharingan eyes up front, easily, could spot our weak points and everything coming from the back. Naruto and Kakashi and Sakura would be in the back, since the three of them could work best like that. Sakura would be, right next to Tazuna and Kakashi and Naruto. There's a good distance behind them, but they would form like an X pattern. So yeah, and Tazuna's in the center of it. Now, so when the Demon Brothers show up, yeah, they get their shit slapped by Itachi and Sasuke right away, since they already know everything that's gonna happen. When Zabuza shows up, everything changes a little bit differently, since Kakashi doesn't fight Zabuza in this one. Rather, it's Itachi. Itachi would actually use the Susanoo arm to slap away Zabuza's executioner blade. He would grab his blade and rush towards Itachi, and yeah, that don't end well. Itachi's using the Susanoo, and it's just impale, seal within the Totsuka blade, which Haku would appear, being pissed off that Haku, he's just like, his master's gone, and Itachi's just like, okay, pierces Haku, sucks him into the blade, and nice. I got my food, which Betsky. That being said, which means yeah, this whatever is about to end too. But at the same time, since Zabuza and Haku got their shit marked, Gato would find out about this, see who he's up against. He's just like, okay, when Itachi, Kakashi, and the Uchihas are gone, they'll attack, which ends badly because Sakura and not Sasuke, but Naruto end up beating the two goons. They get them to show them where the hideout is, which this is where Sakura and Naruto decide to wipe out the bandits. Naruto would summon his clones, and not summon, but make his clones and summon his foxes, which, Sakura was interested on this foxes, and Naruto was just like, we'll talk about you getting a summoning, maybe a fox, but I don't know. Maybe you would be suited for a different animal summoning. Naruto would place his hands as he's just like, we'll have to talk to my dad about this. She's just like, what do you mean? Your chakra control is what I'm thinking of. But it's like huge gamble, so we'll see. That being said, they would wipe out Gato and his men, finesse all the monies, scroll after scroll after scroll after scroll sealed within, and then they're like, okay, now we have to carry all this shit. Lucy's able to use her psychic powers to lift a good amount of it still, but Naruto and his shadow clones, they're like just hauling all of Gato's money back to Tazuna's and Inari's taking the money to their house, giving the bridge builder a good amount of money, giving him a good amount of scrolls, saying, hey, disperse this wealth, help me out here. Where are the people to disperse this wealth? So they would go throughout the village, and Naruto would send some of the scrolls to the new Mizukage. I'm going post Yagara, so Maid Tsurume, and which Naruto, he gets a look by Kakashi and Itachi saying, you do realize that they owe us money for the missions, right? Naruto pulls out 3 scrolls and he's saying, don't worry, we still have extra. And Naruto's just like, not Naruto, but Kakashi's just like, well, Naruto, that's interesting. As, Naruto's just like, oh, by the way, would it be possible to get Tsunade to, give Sakura the slug summoning? Kakashi raises, his one uncovered eye, and Itachi's, stoic face as ever. Sasuke's just like, who, my guy? Who? Just like, Nano Chiha, I don't care. As, Naruto's saying, Sakura's chakra control, if we could choose, probably Tsunade of the Sannin. He looks at Sasuke and he's saying, Jiraiya was really good with fire jutsu. Sage mode. That would be really good. Sasuke's just like, I accept this, Jiraiya. Bring him forth to me to train me. No, I'm joking. But, Sasuke's just like, bet. Sakura's just like, what about you, Naruto? Naruto's just like, I don't know. I feel like since my dad was trained by Jiraiya, it would not really make sense for me to be trained by him. So I might join you with the Tsunade one. Which Sakura's just like, but wait. Wouldn't that mean you'd get training by two Sannin? I mean, if we bring Tsunade here, then I don't see why Sasuke can't also join with the training too. Itachi and Kakashi are looking at Naruto. Naruto, you're going on a huge gamble that Tsunade would want to come and teach you guys. Naruto tosses up a fourth scroll that he's just like, don't worry, I'll bet all the money in this scroll. Which, they're like, okay, what's going to be the bet? Naruto grabs the scroll confidently, and that is simple. That I can successfully do what? Successfully create a new Rasengan from my dad. Which, they're like, the arrogance, the confidence is astounding. Sasuke and Sakura just like, wait, what new jutsu? Naruto would say his dad has the Rasengan, which and I was just like, but Sasuke, that one's my dad's jutsu. You guys have, Sharingan and fireballs. Don't bother with my Rasengan training. Sasuke's just like, alright, then whatever. Kakashi's just like, I have a counter for it. Yeah, the Chidori. You can teach him that. Figure out if you could do a fire fist, actually. Naruto looks at Sasuke. Sasuke's just like, interesting. Now, that being said, when they get back to the Leaf Village, Naruto would still talk to his dad about the whole, bringing Tsunade in for training and his, gamble to create a new Rasengan. And Minato's just like, okay, and what do you have in mind? Naruto would explain a fire-style Rasengan that he, has the thought process ready, but he's not learned how to make the Rasengan yet either. He knows the step process, but he hasn't mastered making the Rasengan in the first place. Which, Minato's just like, don't you think that would be very important? Naruto shrugs his shoulders as he's saying, with a few shadow clones, I should be able to knock it out. He sighs. He knows his son is just a little bit arrogant, but kind of his own fault. Now, let's see, skip. Skip again. I mean, I do. Hold up. There we go. Cover of Into the Fire, originally sung by Asking Alexandria. In this cover, you have collabs, Meito Conan, Anna Santina, Nikki Simmons, and Kristen Strugis, I think. That being said, Minato looks at Naruto, and he's just like, well, you have an interesting plan about bringing Tsunade back. I'm not going to say no, but I'm not going to say yes. Can we wait until after the Chunin exams? Naruto's just like, how long do we have to the Chunin exams? You have about a month worth of training. Okay, that should be perfect enough time to master my new Rasengan. As Naruto slams his fists together. Damn. Minato chuckles as Kushina comes in. she's bringing Minato lunch. As she sees Naruto, she's happy at her. Not happy, but she smiles. I mean, yeah, she's happy to see her son. So she smiles at her son. That's what I meant to say. Is Kushina smiles at Naruto, telling him, will he be, on time for dinner, or is he going to be training late again? Which Naruto's saying he'll be there on time this time. He chuckles nervously as he remembers his mom's ass whooping. Not trying to get that shit again. That being said, this video now ends. I hope you guys enjoy this new one.